Greg Bedard are playing like jackasses too often, which we didn't expect to be the case. I'd say that's fairly accurate.
Yeah, some jackass plays.
I did not expect the Patriots to play like jackasses for 3 straight weeks under Vrabel. Like, I was pretty annoyed after week 1. We came in after the Raiders lost and we're like,
what was that?
He's not Mayo. Vrabel's not Mayo, but that looked a lot like a Gerard Mayo game.
Yeah.
That was the takeaway when we came in after week 1. Now, after 3 weeks, I'm like, he's not Mayo, but he's a lot closer to Mayo than I thought. A lot closer to Mayo than I thought.
You're at the he's not Mayo, but I'm at the he's not Mayo, or
is he?
Yeah.
Well, look,
or.
Keith, we heard maybe it was an introductory press conference or an early press conference. You're like, boy, there were some Mayo-esque moments in there.
Well,
a lot of people were like, he's just like Bill.
No.
Look at him. Look at the way he handles the media. He's just like Bill. Nah, it turns out he's kind of like Mayo.
I had a different impression of him. I thought, because just from afar, you would hear some of his clips. You know, if they were playing the Patriots, you'd obviously hear a lot about it that week and in post-game. But just as a general NFL fan, and you're like, hey, it's Mike Vrabel, you'd hear a lot of his interviews or, I guess, kind of highlight reel, little sizzle reels. And I'm like, I like his sarcasm. I think he's pretty funny. He's both kind of a hard ass, but also has like a sense of humor. I'm like, I like the guy's personality. So then when he got here, I think I was expecting something a little different. He stepped in it more than I would have guessed. All off-season, or preseason, I guess, we were talking about certain things that he was asked about that he kind of offered up these strange comments. The Christian Gonzalez contract thing is a big one.
I mean, that one still.
That's the big one.
That was 8 weeks ago. That still comes up.
Right.
Like, constantly that still comes up.
Bizarre. And that was his own doing. Even some of the back and forth with Steph Diggs was kind of strange. And whether he played
Phil, you stupid idiot? Where'd you go to school, Phil? You moron.
Okay. So there's been a few things along the way.
The McDaniels stuff.
The McDaniels plate stuff.
Is there too much on Drake's plate? He could have been. No, there's not too much on him. Yeah.
So there was a lot of weird stuff. And then you're like, all right, how much of that matters? I mean, like, let's see what it looks like on the field. Okay, great. Because, like, there's one thing, like, how you handle your players in the media and stuff off the field. Then there's the on the field. Well, the on the field hasn't been very good. They're penalized at an insane rate. They turn the ball over like crazy. They don't seem to be super disciplined or ready to go.
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but he doesn't care that they're not discipled. He doesn't. He doesn't care.
It away.
He does not care about the penalties.
Yeah, bad flag.
And he told Greg last week that it actually is not a predictor of wins in the NFL. So he's like, I don't even track it. I don't even care about it. Then when they do get called for him, like you said, he's complaining about the Carlton Davis one on top of it. But yeah, they're penalized at a high rate. He doesn't care about that. They turn it over at a high rate. They're sloppy, and they've lost 2 out of 3 games to a trash schedule.
Yeah. So the 4 most penalized teams, total flags this year, it looks like
in the NFL.
I think. No, let me dig into this a little bit more. But it looks like it's like Tennessee, New Orleans, Minnesota, New England.
Tennessee and New Orleans are terrible. Minnesota's good, I guess. But
right,
okay, so maybe Minnesota is an example of what he's saying.
So maybe.
But 3 out of 4 bad teams on that list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Last year, the Titans were the most penalized team. They also were the worst team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. So looking at this is, so I have a list here. Penalized teams last year as well as these games. So like 20 games played the last couple of years. So some of that's not fair because some of the teams have, changed coached or whatever. But anyway, Titans, Jets, Cowboys are the 3 most penalized teams.
Titans, Jets, Cowboys.
All have incredible losing records. So anyway, I think it might. But no, that has been, so much was made, as with any team, head coach, quarterback. What are you going to get out of these guys? Where do you rank in the league? How many quarterbacks did you take over May? How many coaches did you take over Vrabel? I would say through 3 games, Drake May has been definitely the better guy of the two. I think Drake May has acquitted himself way better than Vrabel. Who do I feel
better about through 3 weeks? I feel better about May than Vrabel, 100%.
Way better.
100%.
He's had a great performance, a great individual performance in week 2, highs and lows in the other games, but some highs and some just overall productive play. And he's put himself where you're like, all right, he is an above-average quarterback. I'm not going to go crazy and put him up there with, Lamar and Allen, but he's an above-average quarterback. Through 3 games, Vrabel does not look like an above-average head coach.
No.
So that's frustrating.
And he's got another challenge this week. Is he going to bench Ramondre?
Yeah, good question.
Or is he going to roll Ramondre right back out there? Is Pop going to play this week?
Still on the team.
He shouldn't be on the team. He didn't pop up on waivers?
He didn't pop up on waivers.
Okay.
No, I was looking.
But neither one should get a uniform this week. Like, at best, you're inactive. You're healthy scratches. We're sending a message.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't do that, he's a lot closer to Mayo than I ever would have thought. 3 weeks in. I like the text line. 617-779-7937. Guys, he's not Mayo, but he is a condiment.
Okay.
He's not a head coach. At least not the way he's been so far through 3 weeks. People also taking us to task for our comps for Drake May, Josh Allen, and Justin Herbert through 3 weeks.
Well, those are hot.
May, but through 3 weeks of year 2, May compares outside of wins pretty favorably to those guys.
Yeah.
Through 3 weeks this year, Drake May is like a top 7 quarterback.
Oh, yeah, for this season.
This season.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what metric you want to use.
Yeah, right. That does.
Yards, he's 5th. Passer rating, he's like 9th.
No, I think he's even higher.
He's like 7th.
I was looking this up. I think QB rating is actually higher because a couple of the guys that rank above him have played 1 game.
Yep.
So it's kind of like
Mariota or somebody like that.
The guys that played 3 games, he's top 7.
People think Trubisky's a better comp on the text line.
He was the Nickelodeon valuable player.
That's a good point.
So
I think he's been. I feel pretty confident.
His rookie year, didn't he?
And the Pro Bowl.
Look, you can mark tape on this one, Nick, and you would throw it back in my face if we want. I feel pretty confident he's better than Mitch Trubisky. I'll go out on a limb and say he's better than Mitch Trubisky.
The better North Carolina quarterback.
Football Talk on WEEI is presented by Paramount Plus. Sylvester Stallone is back in the original hit series Tulsa King. This season, Dwight faces his most dangerous adversaries yet, forcing him to fight for everything he's built and to protect his empire. You can watch the new season of Tulsa King, 1 episode in the books, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
Now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Let's get to your phone calls. We got some Red Sox thoughts coming up as well. Cotto's in Boston. Get us started today, Cotto.
Adam the Weasel Jones. How's it going, buddy?
What's up?
So, I think that the Patriots defense is not very good, and I think it was a waste to spend so much money and to sign Carlton Davis. He hasn't done anything good except for that deflection versus the Raiders. Other than that, he's been getting torched. And if you were going to sign a player like Carlton Davis who's going to perform the way he has, you should have just gone and picked up a veteran cornerback like Stephon Gilmore.
Okay, so I don't think he's been getting torched. He had the penalty against was it Metcalf on the side?
Yes, it was Metcalf.
It was Metcalf.
Yeah. The ball was thrown in the third row.
So I agree. I don't really crush him for that. I know he was very good. They barely even threw out him week 2 in the Dolphins
week
game.
Week 1, he helped get the pick. Hawkins wouldn't have the pick if it wasn't for Davis.
I don't think he's been terrible.
It was his fault in the Thornton long conversion.
Yeah, the 3rd and 20.
Yeah. No, he gave that one up.
That's the one bad play I can think about.
I did have this thought. I don't think Davis has been bad per se, but I did have this thought. I don't know how much you were paying attention last night. I believe you're a Zay Flowers guy, right, in fantasy? Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, I like Zay Flowers.
Okay. You notice Zay Flowers got a race last night?
Well,
which
is surprising because they're wearing the all-black uniforms.
That's
and
true.
Know how fast they look. Who's shutting them down?
Is it Reed? DJ Reed, the corner from the Jets, now on the Lions. Everywhere he went, he was following him around last night. And that
didn't help me.
That occurred to me watching the game last night because I was big on Reed in free agency.
Yeah.
And when he went to the Lions and the Pats signed Carlton Davis, I'm like, well, that is weird because they clearly decided to move on from Davis and they're bringing in this guy who you were in the division with.
Right.
And I preferred Reed, but I'm like, whatever, Carlton Davis, good corner. That's one that maybe we can go back and say, did they get the best guy in free agency? But I don't think Davis has been bad.
No,
that's not how I would characterize it.
I like Carlton Davis as your number 1, but you love him as your number 2 corner. So when Gonzalez comes back, I feel like Carlton Davis will be even better. You can choose, different ways to use him that way. And, you don't have Alex Austin out there as much as you do. So I've been okay. The defense overall,
I could do without Alex Austin.
Yeah.
As good as he was in camp, man, had a nice camp. I could do without.
Could do without him. Didn't they bench him?
I could do without AA. They did.
did.
They benched him for the guy they claimed off waivers, Woods. Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. No, the defense overall has been disappointing. I'll give the call. I wouldn't single out Carlton Davis on that front, but that's me.
Let's go to Bob in Londonderry. Hello, Bob.
Hey, good morning. Enjoy the show.
Thank you.
I was just wondering if you'd agree with an assessment or an opinion that I came up with quite a long time back.
Oh.
It actually started 2 years before Brady left, and I used to always say the biggest issue the Patriots have, they're butterfingers. At any given point, the ball, it doesn't matter if they're running, throwing, it doesn't matter. It has gone on and now you're seeing it again. And in my opinion, when you have that situation, you can practice till the cows come home. There's no fixing it. The only way you fix it is to replace the people who cannot hang on to the ball.
I thought this was going to be a Deflategate take is where I thought that was going.
No.
I thought we were talking about letting the air out of the footballs,
So
go back to that. That's where I thought that was going.
So this was a take he's been cooking up since 2017,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he said 2 years before Brady left. So for
Yeah.
8-9 years, he's felt this way.
The Patriots have a Butterfingers issue.
But his point was you got to get rid of the players. How many different players have they had since 2017? They've had like 8 different quarterbacks. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You've moved on from guys. And also, there are examples of players knocking off the bad fumbles. There's plenty of players like Tiki Barber and Amon Green and others that were a horrible fumble. They had issues, and then they cleaned it up. So you can do that. But if your point is they've been that bad for 9 straight seasons, they've had a lot of different backs and quarterbacks since then.
Well, look, he's been workshopping that for some time.
Yeah, listen, I mean, hang on to the take.
Did you get any of this on Twitter last night? Derrick Henry has 3 fumbles, 2 losses in the first 3 weeks. It's like, should the Ravens sit down Derrick Henry? Did you get any of that last night? I got some of that.
No, but I did see, so it was an Underdog Fantasy. One of them said Derrick Henry this year, and then it was just a picture of Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, it was Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter because he has like 10 career fourth quarter fumbles.
Yeah.
The
Guy who was like 2,000 yards and is like going to go to the Hall of Fame, no, I'd probably give him a few more cracks at it.
They're the same. Yeah, no,
They're not.
I agree. I mean, he's lost 2 fumbles this year. I forget. I looked this up last night. He's lost something like 4 or 5 in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Ramondre had 7 fumbles last year. He lost 2 just on Sunday.
Derrick Henry has over 11,000 yards in his career rushing. I think he's a little different than Ramondre Stevenson.
But I mean, look, if we were doing a radio show in Baltimore, I bet we'd be telling Derrick Henry to hold on to the football. I mean, I bet we'd be doing some of that today.
That's true.
I don't know if I'd say don't give him a uniform. No. And I don't know that he's Ramondre Stevenson, but let's give it a couple of weeks.
We'd be like, they need to put in. Who do they even have a backup? Back?
Justice Hill.
Yeah, put in Justice Hill.
Keaton Mitchell.
Mitchell still there?
Oh, I like it. I do kind of like Keaton Mitchell. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.